How to make a great first impression. There are so many videos here on YouTube about how to make a good and a great impression, so I'm not going to speak so much about what is being taught in those videos. It is of course useful to be generous and authentic and to have a good body language and to look the person you are talking to in the eyes. That's obviously important if you want to make a good first impression. But I am going to talk about something else, something which might be a little bit more risky. And that is being annoying. So I think that to make a really good first impression, you should be a little bit annoying, and annoying in the right way. The way you can seem a little bit annoying when you use your intelligence to its fullest. I am going to give an example to illustrate this. I am very interested in literature and poetry, and many years ago, it's now almost 20 years ago, I found a collection of poetry in my local library, and I borrowed this book and I read it at home, and I found it not so interesting. I thought that this author, this poet, is just a bleak copy of the better authors. He used simple language, and I thought his poems were shallow and simple too. But in this book I found one poem which I really liked, and I read this poem over and over again. And then some days later I returned this book to the library and I forgot about it for many years. But then, many years later, for some reason I wanted to read this poem which I had liked so much again. And I went to the library and borrowed this book again, and this time I read the whole poetry collection, and I really liked it. And I realized that this author was a very intelligent poet, and what I had taken for simplicity was indeed mastery. This was a really good writer, and I borrowed more books from this writer, and I bought several books from this poet. And for some years I used to carry a collection of his poetry with me in my bag to my job and wherever I went. But the first time I found this author, I was annoyed and irritated, and I thought he was so shallow, and I thought he wasn't so interesting, apart from this one poem which I really loved. And I think I was annoyed because somewhere I realized that there was something good in this poetry collection. Somewhere I realized that this book could change me, that this book could change my way of thinking. Sometimes we get annoyed when we are resisting something new. So that's what I want to say. If you really want to give a good first impression, you should have something novel to say. You should have something new to say. And if you have something really new and interesting to say, then it is often a little bit annoying. So if you wanted to give a good first impression, be generous and be authentic and use a good body language and look the person you are talking to in the eyes. But if you want to make a very good first impression and if you are willing to take the risk, use your intelligence to its fullest and introduce something inventive, something new into the conversation, even though it might be a little bit annoying. Thank you for watching. Welcome to write a comment below and welcome to subscribe. See you in the next video.